Let's talk about patterns. A pattern is an ordered set of numbers or objects called terms. 2 is the first term in this pattern. Let's try to find the rule. We're going to ask ourselves, how do we get from 2 to 6 to 10 to 14 to 18 and so on? I know that 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. And 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. And 10 plus 4 is equal to 14. And the pattern continues. So the rule for this pattern is to add 4. The rule may have more than one operation for some patterns. Let's look at this pattern. The first term is 7. The next term is 5. To get from 7 to 5, I subtract 2. Next, I go from 5 to 10. From 5 to 10, I can either add 5 or multiply by 2. Let's see how it continues with the rest of the pattern. So I could have added 5 or multiplied by 2. Next, I go from 10 to 8. Again, here I'm subtracting 2. Then from 8 to 16, I could add 8 or I could multiply by 2. Because before I could add 5 or multiply by 2, I can see that the rule for this pattern is to multiply by 2. So first, we subtract 2, and then we multiply by 2. Use the rule to write the numbers in the pattern. The rule says to add 5. The first term is 15. So I'll start at 15 and add 5. 15 plus 5 is 20, plus another 5 is 25. Then I have 30, 35, 40, 45, plus another 5 is 50, plus another 5 is 55, and I can continue this pattern. Let's try another pattern. The rule says to multiply by 2 and then add 1. My first term is 4, so we'll start at 4. I'll multiply by 2, so 4 times 2 is 8, so my second term is 8. Now I must add 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Now I'll start again. 9 multiplied by 2 is 18. Then I add 1. I'm at 19. Now I need to multiply by 2. 19 times 2 is 38. Then I need to add 1. I'm at 39. I'll start again. I need to multiply by 2, so I have 39 times 2, which is 78. And then I need to add 1, which is 79. I can continue this pattern. Let's try another one. Let's add 10 and then subtract 2. My first term is 12. So I'll add 10, and then I'll subtract 2. So when I added 10, I got 22. Now I'll subtract 2 and get 20. Next, I need to add 10 to 20. I'll have 30. And subtract 2, I'll be at 28. Next, I'll add 10 to 28. I'll be at 38, and so on. Our next rule is to add 3 and multiply by 2. The first term is 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 multiplied by 2 is 26. 26 plus 3 is 29. That's my pattern. Patterns are not always in numbers. We can have shape patterns. Take a look at this shape pattern. We're going to continue the pattern to determine the next 3 figures in the pattern. I'm going to look for a group of figures that repeat. I have triangle, triangle, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon. Again, I have triangle, triangle, rectangle. So I know that next comes the pentagon, then the hexagon, and then another triangle. Those are my next 3 figures in the pattern. Let's take a look at another shape pattern. We're going to find the missing figure in the shape pattern. Remember, look for a group of figures that repeat. I have circle, an up pointing arrow, sideways arrows, a star, a star. Now here's my blank. Then I have an upward pointing arrow, sideways arrows, a star, a star, a circle, an upward pointing arrow, sideways pointing arrows, and a star. I can see that the shape that is missing in my pattern is a circle. And this concludes our lesson on finding patterns.